Welcome to the Matt Allen Show Thanksgiving Day special recipe series here on YouTube. Today the next video we're gonna do is gonna be candy cookies. This is a dessert. It's kind of fun. It's a no-bake cookie. What these are were, back in my childhood when I was young, my bopshi, my great-grandmother would make these for the holidays, specifically Thanksgiving and Christmas as well. But they have a lot of memories for me. They're a peanut buttery, chocolatey, oatmeal fudge type of no-bake cookie. I think she got the recipe off the back of a Quaker Oats box back like in the 50s. So they're easy to do, it's fun, and the kids can get involved because they can lick the bowl and lick the spoons, and they can actually, if you have an old enough child, they could drop the actual mixture onto the wax paper, which I'll show you, in order to make the cookies. So we have the whole recipe in the description. Enjoy it, check out the other videos. Let's get started. All right, so now let's go through the ingredients. We have 2 cups of granulated sugar, 1/2 cup of regular milk, a stick of butter, a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. You want to grab a hold of 3 cups of rolled oats or quick cooking oats, depending on your preference. You can pick either one. We have a cup of smooth peanut butter. I use the organic stuff. I just like the way it tastes better. It's up to you. And then we have a tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. Okay, so we're going to start off with medium heat. See here? Start off with medium heat. I use my Dutch oven here. Let this heat up a little bit, and we're going to melt our 1 stick of butter. We're going to put in our milk, our 2 cups of sugar, and our cocoa powder, 1/4 cup, into the recipe, and let this come to a boil. And you want this to boil for literally 1 minute. That's it, and then turn it off and take it off the heat. So this will combine, it'll melt down as the heat gets bigger, and it'll all turn into like a, just like a dark mass of, looks almost like a caramel or a fudge. So let this go. Let it combine everything here. As you can see. All right, as you can see, we have this all mixed together, everything's melted together, and you want to bring this to a boil. Now, this is the weird part. Like, I always screw this up at this part because it looks like it's boiling, right? Because the edges are boiling. No, you want to have this at a rolling boil, the whole thing, but not too high a temperature. Otherwise, it might want to turn into a fudge. So once it gets really rolling, boiling, then you can go ahead and turn it off and put in the peanut butter, the vanilla, and the oats. All right, this is the point. You don't want to stir this too much at this point. You want to let it boil. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a timer for 1 minute. And hit the timer. Now what you're going to do, you let this boil for this 1 minute, and then you immediately turn off the heat and add in the peanut butter, the oats, and the vanilla, and you mix it around. And it is going to be a beautiful sight because it's going to look like chocolatey, fudgy oatmeal. All right, that's close to where we need to be. And we're going to turn off the heat, and then immediately grab our peanut butter and add it in. These rubber spatulas are key for this kind of thing. You add in the peanut butter. This is a very hot mixture, so you want to be careful. This is like a sugar syrup that has been boiled, so it's almost like a caramel at this point. Hopefully a fudge for our purposes, so be very careful as you mix it all around. Get that in there. We're going to put in our vanilla. That's some beautiful flavor that helps balance out the chocolatey fudge flavor. And by the way, and then we'll get our oatmeal in here too, but let me just say this, a little tip. Before you put the oatmeal in, grab yourself a little bit of salt. Salt makes sweet things taste better. Remember that. Little bit, little dash. There you go. A little more. That's good. Put a little salt in there, and then here comes the oats. 3 cups of quick cooking or old-fashioned rolled oats. And then look at this. Oh, this smell reminds me of being a kid at Christmas time or at Thanksgiving, and it is outstanding. Now what you do is you're going to take this, once this is all incorporated, the heat from this is going to cook the oats through, and you're going to let this You're gonna bring this over to your countertop, and you're going to take 2 spoons and you're gonna spoon these out onto wax paper and let them set, if you can. All right, so now it's the fun part. You take 2 spoons. Take big spoons, don't use teaspoons. The recipe calls for teaspoons, don't use teaspoons, use big spoons. And you basically drop them on the wax paper. You can make them any shape you wanna make them. You can do anything you wanna do with this. You can put them in funky shapes you want to. I just blop them on. And then we just keep going. And this is what you do until all of it is done. Now you'll notice some of the little crumbs, the little droppy bits that come over there. When I was a kid, that's what I used to eat. My mom would make these in the morning on Thanksgiving morning, and I wasn't allowed to touch them before dinner, of course. And so I'd sit there and I'd pick up all the little bits and I'd stick them in my face because I was a kid who loved to eat these things, and I'm an adult who can't have them now. But if I could, I would eat this entire mixture the way it is with these spoons right now. And I'm telling you, once you have them, you will too. I'm telling you, you'll love these things. All right, so that's how you make those candy cookies. I mean, look at these things. Aren't they delicious? Look at that. Oh my God. Listen, if I could, I'd eat this entire plate. Unfortunately, I cannot. But let me just attempt you. Let me just show you. Their ooey gooey fudgy goodness. Look at that. Oh yeah. You want to eat one of those, don't you? Yeah, it's like a piece of peanut butter fudge with oatmeal in it. It's great. So I hope you enjoyed it. You make these for your friends and family over the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, and they'll love it. I'm telling you, give them to teachers and stuff. The longer they sit out, the harder they get. They get firmer as they go on, and with a little bit of milk on the side. It's a beautiful thing. I used to do also, when they got a little firmer and they get a little drier, you can put them in the microwave for like 5 seconds, and they get all gooey and gooey again. It's beautiful. You should just eat it, even with a spoon if you want to. All right, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Don't forget, the recipe will be in the description. You can check out our other videos as well, so you can see the other Matt Allen Thanksgiving show recipes. And thanks for watching. We'll be back again next time.